This here is a quick video of a PVC pipe hydroponic setup that I built in a spare bedroom in my house. What I'm using here is 3-inch PVC pipe. It's an actual sewer pipe. You want to use that because it's lightweight and it's thinner, easier to drill your holes into, and it's a lot cheaper than actual real PVC pipe. And I built that frame out of wood just to hang my lights because I didn't want to hang them from the ceiling. I'm just using fluorescent light bulbs, T8 light bulb. A lot of people like to use T5. It's the most advanced fluorescent light bulb. But the light bulbs cost about twice as much, the fixtures cost about twice as much, and they use more energy. So I'm just using the T8s. The PVC pipes are laying on top of just a folding table. Okay. Now what I got down here, this is my reservoir filled with, I got 12 gallons of water in here mixed with my nutrients. My nutrients are 1 teaspoon per gallon of water. And then I've got a pump. I think it's about a 50 gallon per hour pump. You want to buy your pump at Lowe's because they come with a year warranty. And this pump's going to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So even if it does quit, I'll be able to get a new pump. A lot of your other stores like Home Depot, their pumps only come with a 90-day warranty, and they're the same price. So it's best just to get it from Lowe's. Okay, now another thing I did, different than most people, is if you look at the pump, I built my manifold inside my tank. A lot of people run the bigger tubing right to the other end of the pipe for their water supply, and then they just tap off of that bigger hose. What I was concerned about is every time you have a fitting, you have a chance for a leak. So if I have a leak, if that starts to drip, I want that to drip back into the tank and not onto my carpet. So I just created my manifold right here, and then you can see I drilled a hole in the side of my tank. And I'm actually running 2 1/4-inch water lines to each 3-inch pipe. I started off with 1. I didn't really like the flow that it was giving me, so I just increased it to 2, and now I'm real happy with the amount of water that stays in the pipe all the time. Okay, now that's my return pipe right there, and I wanted to filter my return water because my pump doesn't have a filter on it, and you're always going to get debris coming back into your tank, and I didn't want that clogging up my pump. So what I did is I found a mesh trash can at the dollar store for $1, and that's what that is right there. And then that's a 5-gallon paint strainer inside there. So that's water gets dumped in there, gets filtered and flows right back into the reservoir. Now you notice I have a space between the end of my return pipe and where the water actually meets the rest of the water in the tank. As long as you have that gap right there, that eliminates the need to purchase an air pump to keep air in your tank. Because as that water is being forced into the reservoir, that's forcing air into underneath the surface of the water, and that's all you need. So just that little setup right there, that'll save you about $15 for a good air pump, plus the energy to run it. Okay, so let's back to my water supply. Okay, I've got my water lines ran underneath the table there. Now we'll get up and go to the other side of these pipes. Okay, that's a 1/4-inch tubing, and I just drilled a 1/4-inch hole, slipped the tubing in there, and then just use nylon tie straps to hold it in place. Okay, I got these elbows on here. My first idea was to just cap these pipes, but for some reason you can't get a 3-inch cap unless you special order it, and these elbows are only like $1. So I just went with an elbow, and then I'll just put something up here like a plastic cup or something to keep the light out of there. But I like being able to look in here because it shows how much water I have sitting in the pipe. That way I know all my water lines are still working. Okay, some of the plants I have here. This is lettuce I got growing closest to us. Back behind there, we got some spinach growing. Back behind there on the far lane, I got some cabbage growing. Got some cauliflower in here somewhere too. Okay. Alright, back in the back, these tall ones, that's broccoli. That's growing the best out of everything, really. This here is just something I experimented with. This is actually an acorn squash. You can see how big the leaves are on this thing.